All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the kitchen. We're going to continue with our equipment identification. And so right here we have two examples of two different types of skillets that we would use in the kitchen. We have a small one and a large one. We could use this for pancakes, for quick sauteing, and whatnot. Two saucepans, small one and a large one, that we could use in the kitchen. Sometimes we use this to boil pasta, to warm up different sauces that we're cooking. So again, endless possibilities to the equipment that we're using. This is another example of a fine mesh strainer. Again, smaller particles that we want to get to pass through. This is what we would use it for. So say for example, you were making a strawberry puree and you didn't want the seeds, we would we would pour the puree into here. The puree would come out and the seeds would remain in the strainer. This is an example of a ladle. It's almost like a spoon, but we use it to dip, and then we can serve whatever it is that we're serving, such as soups or sauces that way. This is an example of a boning knife. It's flexible and it allows you to get around the meat when we're trying to remove the bones. This is an example of a pie server. Almost looks like a slice of pie when you're looking at that. So that should be a helpful hint. And then this is a small tart pan. Typically tarts have pans that have bottoms that can be removed when we're taking the tart out of the pan. So that's a good example, something for you to remember, that the bottom is removable. And this is an example of a fluted pan. So if you ever make pound cake, you would use this type of a pan, or you can use it for a jello mold too. But for a pound cake, this is the type of pan that you would be using. This is a funnel. We use funnels if we're going to put like sauces into like squeeze bottles, or if we're pouring liquids into jars, we would use a funnel to do that. It's just one way to keep things from being really messy. And this is an example of a kitchen scale. This is a digital kitchen scale, which allows me to weigh food in pounds and in grams. And then last but not least, this is my blender, and it's pretty heavy, so I'm gonna lift it up once. This is my blender. You can do purees, you can do smoothies, you can do milkshakes in here. You can even do sauces in here. So again, the idea with the blender is we were trying to get our product into a nice, smooth, even consistency when we're working with a blender. You can also use a food processor, and I'll show you what one looks like in my next video.